Verse 1 says, then you will know which way to go, since you have never been this way before. Follow the ark. Follow the priest. Don't move until you see both of those two. Because see, when you see them, you will know which way to go, because this is so critical. I've shared before, as many times as I've studied Joshua and I've preached from this book, I just didn't pay attention to those important words. Since you have never been this way before. It didn't say they hadn't been certain places. Some of them may have even forded the Jordan River and got to some of the other land on the other side, but it said they hadn't been this way before. They're going to have to go a different way to get to their promise. And saints of God, it means that they have to be open to going through a different route. And let me tell you something. Some of us, this is the one that we need to really get in our spirit, because this is the one that God used to even convict me, that in your process to your promise, and I mean write this down with an ink pen, be open to doing something different. In fact, no, we ain't gonna leave right. I want you to look at somebody and point at them with your church finger and tell them, be open to doing something different. Some folk didn't even like to even say it. And some folk didn't even like hearing it. Because see, that's one of our major challenges, is that some of us have gotten so routinized, so used to doing it a certain kind of way, that the thought of even having to do something remarkably different is really unnerving to us. And let me tell you something, that's why, including myself, we have gotten stuck and we haven't gotten to some places because we've become comfortable laying on the pillow of this is how I've always done it. And you can get quiet if you want to. I'm going to preach it until I preach myself happy, because until some of us are willing to take a different route, we will keep going in the same circle. We'll keep experiencing the same thing. We'll still be singing the same old sad song. We'll still be surrounded and stuck by the same going nowhere people, until we make a decision to do something different. And saints of God, when you commit to doing something different, you will allow yourself to be stretched. How many folk know what I'm talking about? Because stretching will pull you out of your norm and it will make you go out of your comfort zone. But let me tell you something. Some of us, the only way, somebody say the only way. For some of us, the only way we're going to get somewhere different is if we do what Jesus said in the gospel, and that is to launch out into the deep. And let me tell you something, it's not feeling always secure in the deep. Sometimes there are uncertainties in the deep. Sometimes you have some pressures in the deep. It's unfamiliar in the deep. There are people that are scary in the deep. But let me tell you what happens when you launch out into the deep. God is present even in the deep things in life. And when you feel like you're going to sink under the water, God has a way of throwing you out a lifeline even in the deep waters, and he'll pull you up. Is there anybody who knows what I'm talking about? You took the risk. You launched out into the deep, and it got scary. You even felt like you were about to drown. But just in the nick of time, God showed up for you, and he threw out the lifeline. Because let me tell you something, there are opportunities in the deep. Your breakthrough may be in the deep. Your transformation may be in the deep. Stop talking about what you've always been doing and how you always been doing it. Let God breathe a refreshing onto your motivation and commit to do something different. In fact, shake somebody's hand and say, do something different. I thought about it. Even, I'm not telling you something I ain't practicing myself. Even when it comes to eating, try something different. Neck bones and collard green and pig feet and chitlins. Try something different. Oh, yeah, oh, Pastor, here you go. I'm going to talk truth today. After revival this week, we went to the Chop House. And I said, I'm going to try something different. And I tried the seafood fettuccine Alfredo. I should have stuck with the turkey burger. But you can't speak about what you don't like. Somebody better hear what I'm saying in here. Until you try something different. And young people, let me say this, and then I'm going to give the last point, and we're going to be through for today. Young people, don't be afraid to be exposed to things that are godly, but they're different. I say godly and different, amen. And put that on there. Because, let me tell you something. There are two young people in our church who love the Spanish language, and they're studying Spanish. And I told them, I said, you know what? Keep studying Spanish. I said, master Spanish. I said, because your ability to speak a different language will get you places that sometimes your degree can't get you. Because I know people who work on jobs making six-figure incomes in places that they don't even qualify to work simply because they can speak another language. And I know a young lady who works for Nissan Corporation. She ain't got no training in automobiles or nothing like that, but she knows how to translate and speak and interpret Spanish, and they gave her a position because as Nashville and the surrounding counties change, that need is greater. And saints, you never know what exposing yourself to what kind of opportunities will be created for you. And sometimes it's just good to know different stuff so you can be invited to the table. You may not agree with everybody at the table. You might not have the same religion, the same politics, but at least be invited to the table. Don't be scared to learn something different, because let me tell you what I know for myself. When you get to the table, it's an opportunity to open up the door so that somebody else can get to the table as well. Tell somebody to be different.